Good Lesbian, Bad Lesbian, with Dor and Julie van Grinsven.
Welcome to another episode of Good Lesbian.
Bad Lesbian.
Why are you looking at Spendi when you say,
And the lesbian in between.
I mean, he still needs to prove himself.
well, if you are only listening, then you're not aware of our beautiful first guest. Welcome, Spendi.
The only one brave enough.
Yeah,
I'm brave enough so far.
so far, yeah.
So far. I feel like I'm the lesbian in between.
You are. You are. I'm sorry, I'm adjusting your mic. Yeah, this is gonna be a very interesting episode.
But you know what? I will send it to my therapist.
I will. We can do
Come
a
on, do it.
shared session. That can be fun.
Maybe she will measure the level of change that I've gone through.
L'chaim.
Cheers.
Shabbat shalom.
Yom Kippur. Cheers, Dimi. Cheers, guys.
Well, maybe you want to introduce yourself in the way you want to introduce yourself.
It's very difficult because one thing about me is that I generally don't do what people tell me to do. And I'm so stubborn of doing my own thing. So now I feel like either I want to introduce myself as I want to introduce myself. But when I think, what does that mean? What is expected actually? So I'm just their friend, and I am just the first guinea pig for the podcast. I am equally excited and terrified to be here because I generally don't like the spotlight. And again, regardless of what people say, I'm a particularly very shy person. So
It's like everything you just said is right and wrong at the same time. But this is very much you.
exactly why. Yes,
Like,
true that.
I agree that you are shy in many ways, but you're also the most extra person ever.
And loud.
And loud, but you speak now very soft. I'm pretty sure that's gonna end very quickly when something is gonna be important for you
When he's passionate.
when you're passionate. Because
Definitely.
we do have that issue we talked about that when you want to make your opinion heard, you get louder and louder, so you just can't hear anyone else. And you said, that's not true. I'm just loud. And I think it's true and not true at the same time, because you are a loud person, but you also do that.
I do that, I would say, rather unconsciously, and now that you said it, maybe there is a certain degree of truth in that. Yes.
That's the best I'm gonna get.
Yeah, that's
Definitely, right, exactly, yes. As we said, Julie, I mean, I haven't read for 15 years not to find my way out of arguments. So reading is good as a mental exercise, as to have a very good emotional self, but also it's good to find yourself out of arguments.
I think you can just stun people with your vocabulary. And
Yes.
that's how you do it.
Yes, and but
Nice
but
trick.
it's a nice trick, exactly, and that's what I'm actually most proud of myself.
Oh, you have many things to be proud of.
This is it's in top 3. Yes.
But wait, you once told me that Spendi is a bird?
A bird, yes. In Albanian means bird.
Yeah.
A general classification, bird. A
Spend.
sparrow, an eagle, a spand. A spand is a bird.
And
fly as a word.
Spendi is multiple. It's
Well,
birds,
no, spendi is actually the correct way of saying it is spend without an I at the end. But my family was feeling extra and grammatically incorrect when I was born, so so they said let's put an I.
Wait, so you're Spendi on your ID?
Spend, yeah, exactly, yes.
I always thought it was your nickname.
No. Well, a nickname is supposed to be shorter. Why wouldn't I add an I?
Oh, but when I'm angry with you, I say Spend.
Spend, it is correct grammatically, but my name in my
But it's not
passport,
your name.
it's Spendi.
Huh.
Exactly.
Huh.
Like Arbor, for
everything.
example. Arbor is the correct one, and when you say Arbory, it's not really correct, but we still use it.
Well, Arbor just for the viewers and the listeners, is our friend who's from
Kosovo.
Kosovo.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Well,
then are there a lot of spendies?
A little spendis. No, actually, I've been surprised twice in my life because spend is
only twice.
yeah, because generally it's not used in that much from the area of Tirana, of Albania, where I was born in Tirana. So there were not that many spend. It's usually used in northern Albania and far more in Kosovo. But yes, I am who I am. I think that I would not be the same person if I had another name. I think that my name is really kind of stuck with my personality.
You're definitely a bit of a songbird sometimes.
Exactly, yes.
It's funny because we're three people in the room with names that has a meaning, which is not very common in the Netherlands.
I mean, mine is more like
You are Julie.
like
You were born in
spendy.
July.
Well, I mean, in Belgium, Julie is a very common name. But then my parents were trying to make it a little bit more uncommon, and they put a Y on it. So I don't think they really thought about the fact that in English it is a month.
How do you
And
write it in?
Like
Dutch?
Julie, it's like IE. And also I'm born in July, so it is
So it does have a.
unintentionally.
You really think it was completely unintentional?
Absolutely.
Really?
I asked them.
Funny.
What did
So
they
it's
say?
they just like the name.
So my grandmother's name is Julia,
Okay.
and so they wanted something similar, but they didn't want it to be as common as all of the other Julies in the world, and they just made a Y out of it.
Do we still want to use our grandparents' name for our newborns? I always have mixed feelings about it.
You're here sitting with people that do not want to have children.
Yeah, but good.
But maybe for our friends' children, I don't know if Dimi wants to have a child. Would he want to name it after his grandparents?
I think it could be nice.
I really wanted, when I was considering having a child, I was really hoping for a girl because I wanted to call her Clara
With a K?
with a C.
With a C,
But you
class.
have a family member
My
that is.
grandma is Clara. And I always thought it can be a nice Claire or Kelly. Depends on the group she's going to find herself in.
But you could have done the same thing as your sister did with your niece.
Reversed Moses, yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a niece, and her grandpa was Moses. So they said we're gonna reverse the letters, and it's gonna be Shoham. And then, now Julie calls her reversed Moses.
I mean, I need to have.
She is, by the way, our most loyal listener. Hi, Shoham.
Hi.
Yeah, because I have difficulty sometimes with certain names, and this was a way for me to remember and to refer to someone.
Yeah.
Talking about the names, my name is in my email. It's not Spendy, it's not Sandy, it's Spendy. It's written in my email, please.
So there's a certain coffee place, and they write names on cups. How do you get them? Because I get Shirley, I get.
Julie, my name is Dor. I win this argument.
I don't know. I think I'm feeling like no one here
I
would
get
know.
Joe. I get
Joe.
Yeah, when they say my name is Dor, they hear Joe or Doe. Many times they think Doe makes sense.
But not
Yeah,
the
yeah,
door,
indeed.
as in when you knock and you open.
When people ask me what's my name, I know what's coming, so I say door, like the one you knock on.
But I have a suggestion. Why don't you do it S or D? When they ask me about my name, I say S. Just write it S. Only S? Yes, S.
So you don't think they'll write A double S?
A double S? Not S. No,
Like
just
bully.
S. Like Mr. S.
Mr. S. You are Mr. S.
Very,
Mr.
very
S.
mysterious, Mr. S.
Or an S and H. It's actually in Albanian, it's a single letter. So that's why
I just give a fake name. I am Noah. In cafes, I'm usually Noah.
Noah.
I'm either Noah or the person next to me. If I'll go with Julie, I will say Julie.
And you'll get a Shirley.
And I get a Shirley. I say Julie and they give me Spendi.
I'm having a very problematic thought right now. If I were to give a wrong name, a fake name, I would give the name of all my dumbass exes.
Oh.
Yes.
Shall we make a list?
Oh, definitely.
I mean, you have quite a few.
Quite a few. Well, as they say, if the common denominator it's me, then there must be a problem with me. Dear listeners, dear viewers, I'm in therapy already. I cannot do much more than this.
And you're also in a fresh new
Relationship.
relationship.
Yes, as in of a few days already.
Yes.
Indeed.
Only a few days.
Well, we've been dating
Official.
for since the 1st of February, right? Yes.
I love that you check with Dimi, the producer, because Dimi also produced.
Oh, Dimi was the reason why I'm in a relationship with this man.
I got back from my holidays and then I get back and all of a sudden you have a relationship. And I'm just getting over knowing the previous one. And I'm like, what's going on?
Yo,
exactly.
what's the previous one?
Then-
Yeah, okay. I know because when I said, "Oh, your boyfriend is inside," he's like, "No, it's not my boyfriend." I was like, "Oh,
You
my
asked
God."
him. You asked him or me?
She didn't ask. She said something about
Like,
your boyfriend
yes.
to him,
Yes.
and he said,
Ah.
"Oh, we're not boyfriends."
Boyfriend,
Just
yeah.
to make it clear,
Clear
we
that
are
we're not
not
boyfriends.
boyfriends. Like, oh, yeah, this is very
Sorry,
clear.
sorry. I'm not
Also, you're
mentioning
speaking
names.
about our friend, so be careful.
No,
That was the line. That was my line. Like, don't make it so clear that you are not the boyfriend of my friend. You should be lucky to be the boyfriend of my friend.
I don't think I didn't take it like that. But it was more of a it's
Just
such
for-
a heavy thing to be boyfriends. Like
Unbearable lightness of
Why am I
Bailey.
so easy with that?
Yes, you are.
because you were
Because I'm a good lesbian.
I'm in the between lesbian. I feel stuck.
Well,
torn.
good that we are referring to that because
Yeah.
I asked you
Mm-hmm.
which time period you wanted to live in, if not this one, and it's
Mhm.
Which time period?
I will explain. I went to our good friend ChatGPT because I wanted to figure out if you are a lesbian,
Mm-hmm.
but we're putting it in the alternate universe that you wanted to live in, which is the future.
Yes.
So my question is like to our friend Chat, could you set a quiz in an alternate universe somewhere in the future?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they said yes.
Mm-hmm.
So just make yourself, be yourself, and step into a luminous, moody future.
Oh.
Picture an alternate universe centuries from now. Society has fractured and reformed. Ancient knowledge has resurfaced, and
Wow.
queerness is openly honored. And there's some questions to figure out if you are a lesbian.
A good lesbian, a bad lesbian, or a lesbian at all?
We
Just-
need to have a little intro for the segment. Are you a good lesbian? Lesbian.
We can redo that one, maybe. Can we get a Mariah Carey in the end?
This is very bad for podcasting.
Transfer your back.
You, you meant to say transfer yourself forth.
Or,
Yes.
sorry, yes. During a communal dreaming session, a stranger reaches for your hand through the fog. It's a woman.
Mm-hmm.
You, A, pull away. It's a misfire in the link. B, let her hold it. it's only a simulation. C, grip tighter. Her presence feels more real than anything in waking life.
That was very emotional. Well, okay, so a little bit of a preface here. So when we said to move ourselves forth in the near time future, so I said that I think that I would have even a more emotionally developed sense of self, definitely. And I would say I would keep her hand. I must admit I would do it, and I have to say that if it's not sexual, then I would definitely want to connect with the other person, with that woman. So I would hold her hand, and I would see it. How do I say it? A good way of connecting with someone.
All right. So write down B.
B. B me, write down B, please.
Okay, number 2. You come across a fragment of forbidden poetry encoded in Sapphic sapphire. You know Sapphic, like the
Safari Park.
she's the poet.
Yes.
So it reads, her light bent time. You feel. So when you read the poetry and it says her light bent time, you feel mild curiosity. It's like a glitch in the archives.
Mm-hmm.
A faint ache as through remembering something from a past incarnation.
Mm-hmm.
And see that you've been waiting your whole life to read those words.
Neither. No. I felt I felt and I'm feeling a very strong and fast a prick, something that went just right through me. But if I have to choose, why is it always like in the Matrix, A or B? No, there is no choice. It's all a lie. I'm going with the option number C, something that I wanted to read because it kind of resonates, something that really fulfilled me emotionally, but the level of heat consistency was very mild. If I can compare with what I feel like I felt when I listened to that.
Would it be different if it would have said his light bent time?
Tricky lesbian, you are. I would say I would give it. I would keep it gender free. The original sentence did really resonate.
Okay. Write down number 3. Third question. At a temple of memory, you're shown past lives. In one, you were a woman embraced by another. Her face hidden in your hair. You react by A. Requesting a cleansing. There must be an error. B. Letting the image linger a few seconds longer than protocol allows. C. Whispering, it was always her.
Can you repeat the beginning because I was a bit starstruck by we are in a memory session. What was it again?
Yes.
It's beautiful. I think that I mean there are some really good books about with this thematic that you just mentioned, and I'm kind of liking the questionnaire now. Not because they're my friends, but kind of it's very close to what I like, to the books of my liking. So um, when it comes about past life, I cannot undo them if there is such thing as a past life. But if there is, let's agree on that. I cannot undo them. I cannot challenge them. I always believe that I would. I will always believe that I was that kind of person for one particular reason. I would definitely choose B. So just linger it for a little bit while and ask to enjoy it more because I think deep down at heart I'm quite very sentimental and melodramatic, emphasis on the dramatic, and everything that I want to enjoy, I want to indulge on it because I've always felt like I don't enjoy life that much. So whenever I have the chance, I always kind of overdo it.
Oh, that's a beautiful answer. Write down number B. So we have the fourth question. You're offered partnership by well-matched genetic complements. On the same day, a mystic tattoo appears on your palm with a spiral and says, "She waits for you at the threshold."
Oh.
You choose the logical path,
Mm-hmm.
delay the binding unsettled, find yourself at the threshold by sundown. This question does not make any sense.
Yes, I mean, because the logical path is to get married to a person with a genetical compatibility and predisposition, but this tattoo was basically by my soulmate. So which one would I choose?
Thank you for explaining the question.
Spendi, you are amazing. I am so lost.
Am I right?
Yeah, you are
Okay,
right.
thank you.
yes.
Sure.
As always.
Well, what would you do?
Oh, that's that's the epicenter of who I am as a person. So I'm very contradicting as a person, and I think deep down at heart I am conflictual. So I don't have an answer for that. It can be both.
I
Because
think in your case, it's the logical path would be then a man, right? That would
Yes.
be your logical.
Definitely, but for me, what I've realized that sometimes logic did falter because I thought that I was doing the logical path, but it was more of a predisposition or how do I say it? Ways of how I understood myself back in the time and how I was reacting, and then I was acting based on those, which was logical at a certain level, but it was more habitual, if I can say.
Yeah. I do think you're
Very logical as a person.
no, no. On the contrary, sometimes you are very romantic,
Yes, true.
and I think you would actually go for the most romantic thing, and that is be there at like the threshold by sundown. Because if you visualize it, it's such a romantic thing to do, right? You're going against the grain, you're going against what is the path, and then you're you're eager enough to be there by sundown.
I would say I can choose both, but I will choose the threshold. So I'll choose the person that chose my tattoo just because I'm learning how to let myself be happy. And being happy is never logical.
We have a C.
We have a C there. C-U-N-T.
We have mostly B. The split signal.
Yeah, exactly.
Story of your life.
Why not?
You feel the pull of another rhythm beneath the static.
Mm-hmm.
Whether by memory, myth, or desire, you are decoding yourself. If that doesn't make you cry, I don't know.
No, it does make actually just a sense of a reinforcement of who I am as a person. Now, I always have this kind of love, swimming in different currents at the same time, if you understand what I mean. And I think that it's the appropriate way of categorizing myself. And it's more of it's not a blessing. It's more of it's more of a very lovely curse to have. Yes.
Oh, you're not entirely a lesbian, but you're still welcome.
I think I'm an honorary lesbian.
Yes, absolutely. After this podcast, you are definitely an honorary lesbian. Yeah, I agree.
That was a lot. I never felt as done in my life. And I felt done in my life before. But this was, I don't know if I'm drunk already, but I was staring at you, hearing like, ooh, beautiful words. Ooh, violent.
Dora, like bubbles.
But
You know what? I think we should have a break. If you already feel like this, maybe.
let's have a break.
Let's smoke.
We cannot promote smoking on this
Sad.
Let's
podcast.
not smoke. Sorry, don't
Let's
smoke.
not smoke.
Let's don't smoke. Don't smoke.
Let's just have a break.
Exactly.
Welcome back.
We're back.
We are definitely back.
Are you still happy to sit here?
Oh, definitely. I think I'm doing good by just refraining myself in terms of voice. I'm keeping more or less the same tonality. I'm
I
not
don't think
screaming.
we've pushed you yet to the
Right.
point.
Maybe we'll
Let's do it.
maybe we'll see you screaming soon. But
I actually have a question for you both.
yeah, go for it.
Well, obviously we met each other through Dor,
Mm-hmm.
but how did you guys meet?
Do you want to tell?
Yes, definitely. I mean, if I can put it in at least as a one sentence, it was a failed hookup.
I mean, it's like you know how on the dodo, you know the dodo, it's the
Like the dead
Instagram.
animal?
It's no.
What's the dodo?
The Instagram and YouTube channel where they show cases of adoptions of dogs and
Oh.
cats. The dodo.
Oh yes.
don't know.
It's
Oh,
a very famous channel
It
of
hit
animal.
from my heart all the time.
Yeah. So they have this term, failed
Adoptions?
not adoptions.
This is a failed adoption.
No, how you say when you don't want to adopt, but you want to take a dog for a while?
Foster.
Yeah, fails foster.
Mm.
So it's when you take someone, a dog, just for a while, and then you fall in love with them and you keep them.
That was our
That's a
story.
failed. Yeah. So we
But
were,
that's actually a very positive thing.
Mm-hmm.
but we were planned to only be a hookup,
Hookup.
and then it would barely hooked up, and
Exactly.
until the next day I told you we're going to be friends for at least
16 years
exactly.
and counting. We're counting. I'm still counting.
So we
16 years.
16 years. Yes,
and
for
it's
at least
been
yes,
2 years soon.
2 years soon. Exactly.
I want to ask you, when did we meet? And that will show how good of a friend you are.
I'm a terrible friend. I don't remember.
What date did we meet?
I have no
he's
idea.
so good at this. I also don't even know.
No.
No, we met.
On his birthday, but I
Thank
don't
you.
remember people's birthday.
We met
Generally.
the night before my birthday.
Yes, I have it in my calendar. I promise.
That's good.
But you were still there at 12?
Oh, definitely. We went out.
Yes.
We were where
Oh,
were we?
yeah.
At
Yes, we were in
Prick?
Spiker. We were in Prick, and then in
Yes.
Spiker you came to. Yeah, we met afternoon, and then you came back in the evening for
So would you
drinks.
would you say Spendy is your birthday gift?
He is my birthday gift. Also,
and he
some
saw
would
you
say,
in his birthday suit.
and some would say that you're my mother.
I'm his mother.
Yeah.
Definitely I'm his mother.
There was a short period of time where we lived together,
Mm-hmm.
and Spendi used to do my laundry, and
Mhm.
he actually folded my laundry, and that's why I understood that you're my mother.
Exactly. But I mean, if we have to go back to that, there was a very interesting moment, because when it comes about a mother-son relationship, the boundaries were rather blurred. Wait for it. Don't jump to conclusions, because it's not that I was only folding his laundry, but we didn't have the traditional mother-son relationship. So I was there for him.
Yeah, you didn't give birth to me.
Exactly. Apart from that, yes.
Also, it started pretty Freudian.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But we all have our mother/daddy issues, don't we?
But you know, by the way, mothers, my mother, my real mother, my biological mother. Hi, mom.
VRG mom. Hi, mom.
She loves all of my friends, and she always wants to be part of my life in that way. So she asks me questions about all of you all the time. Julie, she actually knows you, but there's something with Spendi. She keeps asking about him, and if I'm not giving information voluntarily, she's asking, is everything okay with Spendi? You didn't say anything about Spendi. And last time we talked about you, she said, did you tell him, did you say hi from me? I said, no. I mean, no. Did you ask me to say hi? As he said, every time you see Spendi, tell him I said hi. And then she said, I don't know, how can you love somebody so much without knowing him? This was a lot.
Let's see how next week goes.
Yes, she's
If
going
the
to meet you
love
finally.
is still So then with next week's dinner, should we get name tags and then have OG mom? We met at Prick, and I think I
Might have judged me.
I may have judged you. In my defense,
Right.
you were there during the game night
Oh yeah.
What
that
game
was the
night?
time that you used to play
games.
On Tuesdays, yes, the board games, yes.
Yes.
Board
Which
games,
actually I
yes.
do. If I have to say something, it's a great way of meeting new people, of connecting to new people. I'm not particularly good at games. I say to I consider myself to be a slow learner, so I need to be kind of familiarized with the game at first, and I never play to win. For me, it's most enjoyable to understand what is going on and to have a laugh about it. Okay, it's great to win, but it's not really what counts. Yeah.
But the day that you actually became friends was I was out with Julie on a quiz night.
Oh,
bar.
yes, I remember.
And then I told her that you're with
Things are not going well.
things didn't go well, and then she said, "Ask Pendy to come over," and you came over, and right before you came, Julie asked me, "Can I give him a hug?" And I said, "No, Julie,
No, affection is
no
not.
need."
Affection is not allowed in this establishment.
But instead, she just became your friend.
Yes, affection is not appreciated at all. Right?
No.
Not like that. No,
No hugs.
no
for
hugs.
Sven.
No hugs for me. Maybe off camera.
Can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, it has been 2 years that we know each other. Time
Yes.
flies. Amazing.
L'chaim.
Shabbat Shalom.
Yom Kippur.
Yom Kippur. Oh, I need to know. We need to give a little bit of context. What I'm just throwing random names.
Well, I am Jewish,
Mm.
and I celebrate some of the holidays,
Mhm.
and I keep mentioning it to Spendi, and Spendi has a very weird memory. It doesn't exist, but sometimes it's like pieces of information come up.
Yeah, exactly. But so I came here last week, and we decided to go out afterwards. So as always, I'm always early in everything that I do. If we meet at 7, I'm here at 6:45 because my anxiety would never let me be on time. As we go and catch a flight, I have to be there 2 hours in advance. No, for me, it's 3 hours and a half. Exactly.
You are my mother.
Yes.
My mother is exactly the same.
Oh no, I'm there.
My family, them
an hour.
No.
at least 3 hours.
That's not the kind of adrenaline that I would like to enjoy. No, thank you. Another kind, yes. I don't want to mention it now. Maybe on my second visit.
We have
We have a
success
second.
story.
But yeah, and what was it?
Yeah, good.
And yes, I came here. No, definitely. So I came here, and Dora was talking to his sister in Hebrew, and the only words in Hebrew that I know is Shabbat Shalom Yom Kippur, which we need to also say what Yom Kippur was. You said
It's not Yom Kippur, it's Yom Kippur.
Yom Kippur.
Is it's a holiday. It's a Jewish holiday.
Yeah.
It's you a daily life.
Exactly. And then Dor asked me on Yom Kippur, what are you going to do for Yom Kippur? And I said, who's the guy?
Ah, see, I would understand that. one,
Yeah, I mean Yom Kippur. Like, do I know him?
Do I
Is he
know?
my neighbor?
Mhm.
I hope my
It's
neighbors.
a-
I hope my
it's
neighbor
a-
doesn't watch this.
Jim's brother.
Well, soon everyone is gonna watch this. So
We have every week something to
Mm.
cancel our subscription to,
yes,
and we did ask you if you would want to cancel
Mhm.
anything.
cancel your subscription to something. We're not canceling anyone.
Okay, definitely. I mean, I can also cancel people. I don't mind.
We're gonna be canceled anyway.
You know how exciting it is to
Or-
cancel
or
people?
Wait. Shall we do a little dilemma before? Because you might change your mind.
Go for it, Julie.
We do a
I'm-
little dilemma first.
I am all up for dilemmas. Please indulge me.
All right, so it's you have two options. Either you fall in love with an Italian communist and you spend your whole life loving that person,
That's the epitome of delusion. Let's go. Yes.
or you're moving back to Albania forever.
Holy Mother of God. Isn't there a third option, maybe? Have you seen The Matrix?
Yes, I am.
There should be a third option there. There's a flaw in the philosophy. There is a flaw on the philosophy. I mean, okay, let's keep the both options.
Blue pill, red pill.
Both of them at the same time.
You want both?
To live in Albania in love with an Italian communist. Okay, yeah, that's.
I mean, if I
It
have
makes
to,
no sense to me, but yeah.
well, my life half of the time doesn't make sense to me either. But that was more of a joke. If I have to choose an options, I will choose. Yes, I will choose. Okay, so Albania. I feel like I need to give a little bit of context. Is that I outgrew the country, and every time that I go back, I see that I know it by heart. I know it. If you blindfold me and you just leave me in the middle of the streets, I will always find my way through it.
Yes.
But is that finding my way through it does not mean that I'm emotionally attached anymore, or I'm acquainted at best, which means I don't see myself living there anymore. But no, what I'm also go through during my therapy sessions is that some things are inevitable. As much as I might want to run away from some things, as I say, I take a turn and I'm running away towards again the same place. If I have to articulate on the options, I will not deliberately, consciously choose to go back to Albania unless something really major happens that will mostly push me to go there. So that's an option. But also to fall in love with a communist person, Italian communist, the champagne socialist, and just leaving other people's communist theoretical life from their villa in the south of Italy. Come on. I mean, I had a full rant about this in the Belgique bar. I was from both options. I cannot choose that, but it's preposterous. It's the level of delusion is unprecedented, and it gets on my nerves because there is no sense to reality. Italians cannot do communism first and foremost. They're so away of sense of doing things better, and the best that they can do is show up well dressed. I'm gonna get cancelled. That would be so much. And my ex was Italian. Imagine. I think that Italians have too much of a sense of a good aesthetics to be communist. Italians cannot be communist based on purely aesthetics sense of purpose.
That's
No.
actually a compliment.
It is a compliment, definitely. It's not that communism needs a kind of a request a sense of choice. I mean, Italians have, I don't know how many different kind of pasta, 10, 12? No, that's not what a communist would do. You have 1, 2, maybe 3 kind of pasta, which is actually also, as the Protestant would say. That's why the food here is... okay, I'm choosing to fall in love with an Italian communist because I fell in love with far worse people. Yes.
We stay there now.
Full circle. Full circle.
That
Well,
was good.
As you might have been cancelled or embraced by a whole community,
Definitely.
let's cancel our subscription to something. Julie, what would you like to cancel your subscription to?
I'm a very practical gal. So every morning I walk, almost every morning I walk through Barmoestraat, which is a very busy street here. And it's full of trash. So I would like for everyone to cancel littering, because I don't know how people do this when they're home. If they throw everything on the streets in their little quiet villages. But for some reason they do it here in Amsterdam, and it's just it's rude. It's fucking rude.
And you're sure that it's only tourists?
I mean, most people that walk that street are tourists.
That's true.
And if you see it by night, then of course you see that it's mostly tourists, and then in the morning you see that it's just it's not house trash, right? It is like burger wraps and it's milkshake mugs or whatever you call it, cups. Yeah. I just think, why would you do that here if you don't do it at home?
There is no sense of responsibility. You are a tourist, so you are basically allowed to do anything. And it kind
Would
of
you do that?
no, I would not, because it goes beyond me. But we also need to understand that Amsterdam does give some sort of vibe of laissez-faire. Let people do whatever they want to do.
It's feral.
Yes, it is.
Do you want to cancel your subscription to something, Spendi?
I always thought of myself to be unlucky in the love department. I used to work for fast fashion, a big retail company. I'm not gonna mention the name, for so many years, and I felt like I always didn't know how to access that department. I would always get the stairs, electric stairs, get a shortcut, but I would never be in front of that department. I would always
love
miss it.
department.
The love department, yes. And every time that I would be interested in someone, I would take it very seriously, and I would take it as this is the last time that I'm going through this dating bullshit, and pour all my energy and effort into him, into the person. But one thing that they say, the lightning doesn't strike twice. For me, it did strike twice, and I'm like, kind of, when it's the third time already, I want to cancel dating men, dating people that are still in love with their ex and they do gaslight me. Bam! Enough. I mean, it's fine if you ask for kind of a sexual romance, or if you want to have everything without the commitment.
It
fine
is
with
amazing.
that.
It is amazing how many times it happened to you. Not happened to you as
Yes.
it's like you weren't always in a relationship with someone like that,
Mm.
but you dated people again and again. Even sometimes after 2 dates, you come to me and you say you would not believe it. Like, I still can't believe it happened. And you already learned that it's coming, so you stop it on time. But how many times would that shit fall on you?
Exactly, and the worst.
But now it's not happening anymore.
Yeah,
now
but
you're in a beautiful
the
relationship with
relationship-
a very single man.
Single. He's very single. I promise.
not
I'm gonna ask him afterwards to make double sure about it. I think that he's gonna join in. Maybe I'm not gonna ask him. Maybe I'll let him watch the episode and then answer the question that I have for you.
Gone to his heart.
But definitely, but the worst part about this, it's not because, I mean, we are hung up on people. We are hung up on our mothers, fathers, friends, cousins, relations. It doesn't mean that we love them less, but we move forward. For example, if I meet my ex or my exes and I would see them, there would still be something there: rage, a sense of kill, me doing something that is out of my persona,
Pure anger.
pure anger, disbelief, and so on. And also a little bit of love.
The full rage.
The full rage, yes. I mean, from the how to call it, from the very colorful sense of love that you have, or sense of how to call it, sense of belonging with someone. I always tend to go on the monochrome.
I mean, it's always a double-edged
Sword.
dildo.
Sword.
Double-edged dildo.
I'm sorry, I don't know that. That doesn't sound very hygienic. But no. So, and then the worst part of it, if I let me get back to it, is the therapy behind it. The amount of time and effort that I did put in 2 cases for them to understand that, look, there is something. The intimacy between both of you is very frightening and beautiful at the same time, but it's still very frightening. And then me articulating to the tiniest of details how I cannot be in that position, because that's the purpose of being in a relationship with someone, to have that level of intimacy. But if the room is already taken, I'm not gonna be the doorman there, cleaning the door handle for you every time they enter in and out, or opening it at best. So,
like the gentleman you are.
I am a gentleman on the streets.
But have you
Definitely.
ever sent them an invoice for it?
A tick is due, definitely. I mean, a passive income in this economy, for sure.
Yeah. That
So-
sounds like your romantic history.
Yes, please. I'm canceling your
History.
history.
Yes.
History.
Yeah.
We're done.
I'm canceling men that are still in love with other men.
Or
And-
women.
And they are women.
See
No,
your
No, that
subscription
is out of my
cancelled.
league. I'm sorry. I might be in between lesbian, but not. I don't. I
You
don't
could
want to.
fall in love with a bisexual man.
I believe me. If I can fall in love, I am so good at falling out of love. I know my ways out of it. Yes, I have a very good map about it. I find it exciting.
Well,
What's yours, Dor?
I would like to cancel my subscription to people giving my dog fat shaming. Yes.
Been there, done that.
Guess you've done that.
I think we both have mentioned your dog's roundness.
Yes, it's Dubai getting a little bit bigger.
As Spendi likes to say, hear me out. It's been years. I have my dog since she was 6 months old, which was 8 years ago. When I got her, she was bones, a walking skeleton. And I feed that sweet little dog. I want her as fat as fucking possible. And people, it's been maybe 7.5 years of Duba being a chubby little dog.
But what does Duba mean?
Well, Duba in Hebrew means female bear. And it's also a slur for fat. But that's what I
So who's really fat shaming that?
every day.
I have a problem here. I'm sorry, Duba is not in this earth to fulfill your kinkiest fantasies. When you said I want Duba, when you said I want Duba to be as fat as possible, I'm sorry, that's very
When I
problematic.
took her, I was thinking of calling her Kate Moss because she was so fucking skinny. And then I decided to manifest a better life for her. And it worked. She is a little Duba.
She is a little Duba. She's having a great life. She's
But
she's so
not too
sweet.
fat. She's very energetic.
She's energetic, but at the same time, she might give the impression of being a little bit above the weight.
No,
That was a very...
she fluctuates in weight, like all women. By the way,
She's
all women.
full in the right places. She is great just the way she is.
Yes.
And people should stop saying that she gained weight. Because she did not gain weight, she was already chubby.
But as long as she's healthy.
As long as she's healthy. We need to
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Yeah, sorry.
You guys have a viewing party?
We have a viewing party. We're going to watch the last episode of White Lotus. Now that you're watching it, you're already
Yeah,
European.
Well, that's for the people that watch it.
Spendi got some...
I got every single teaser and every single spoiler from
Why
Twitter.
did you do that? I avoided it.
Because it's.
I'm asking, but I don't want to hear the question, the answer, because we need to wrap it up.
Yes.
Spendi, thank you so much for
It was a
coming.
pleasure.
I have to agree with you. I think you should come back for the second time. We're gonna...
The man has a lot to say.
Oh,
The man has a
definitely,
lot to
yes.
say.
Oh, for sure, yes.
Next time, we want to hear you scream.
time, yes.
Thank you, Dimi.
Thank you, Dimi.
Thank you, Dimi.
Thank you, Sint Annen.
Thank-
Yeah,
Thank you, Dor.
you're welcome. Thank you, Julie. Happy Easter.
Happy
Easter is
Easter.
coming.
Happy Easter.
Enjoy it with
I
your
hope
loved
this
ones.
one will be well-rounded. after
Yes,
Easter.
and well fed. Drink, eat well before drinking, guys. Don't do this rookie mistake.
Ciao.
Bye.
Oh wait, no. Subscribe. Hit the like. Comment. Tell your friends about us.
Tell your friends about me.
Tell your friends about Spendi. No.
Please
You're
don't
now,
cancel him.
taken. Please don't cancel him.
Don't cancel me. The Italians, communist Italians, don't cancel me. I still love you in a very subtle way.
And we ended with that.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Au revoir.